Hey, Katie.
Katie with the first word.
Wow. Okay, it's gonna be a good pod. Are you stretching out my beanie?
We have been over this. Your head is absolutely bigger than mine.
You and I, we can relate. We married women the same size as us. Do you and Rachel share beanies and socks? We do.
Oh, socks?
Easy. What sizes?
I'd share a
your wife have
toothbrush before I shared a sock, I think.
Oh, she got something going on down there.
Yeah, what?
Actually, I don't know.
A clean sock you wouldn't share?
Yeah, I guess when I look at Rachel's socks, I'm like, those aren't for me. She's got, some with like little frills on them. They're like made of, I don't know, the thickest cotton money can buy. They're not my socks, I think.
I see.
Oh, well.
You guys share socks? Like what kind of socks you guys share?
This is the kind of sock we share.
Just like Hanes.
Just like classic.
Mid-calf
Yeah,
socks.
you need to up your sock game. What are those? Those
I don't know, but you steal them from me all the time, so you clearly like them.
I mean, those are what brand are those?
Probably Target brand.
That ain't Target.
It is.
That's
it
Walmart,
is.
neighborhood market.
It is.
Neighborhood market,
Yeah.
which means you met someone in the parking lot and bought it from them because they don't sell them in the store.
You need to get me a bunch of Bombas or something.
Hey,
Well, sponsor us.
yeah, no free brand.
My friend who's
out.
just here said she works in medicine, and most of the homeless people that come in are wearing Bombas socks because
That's their thing.
they actually do donate their socks to like homeless shelters. and
Are
stuff.
you being paid to say all this? Why are you saying all this? We
Is Katie doing brand deals privately on her own?
You just love they're doing a good thing.
Bombas socks. I'm just kidding. No, I just think that's a good thing that they're like actually doing what they say.
I don't use Bomba socks, but I use Carhartt jackets. They keep me warm and I look good doing it.
Your uncle Steve can wear them. Or
Yes, yeah.
The black dude in your high school.
Exactly. They're versatile, fun, and my wife thinks I'm cute. So go to Carhartt.com. That's with 2 T's, I think.
Because I'm sure you bought that at Carhartt.com.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where we all get our stuff because I have a wood shop and a blacksmith company. That's why I need this.
We have a great episode for y'all. I gotta update y'all on my weekend in Louisville. We go through some fan videos, comments, you name it, and much more. Sit back, relax, roll music. Correct opinions. Correct opinions.
The Midwest has been overtaken by a winter storm right now. I made the mistake of telling my Iowa wife, man, it's a blizzard. And it was the funniest thing I've ever said to her, I think. This is a blizzard? You think this is a blizzard? Hey, I guess not.
She really let loose, huh? Oh, really?
Blizzard, you wouldn't be able to see.
We call this a summer's day, buddy. She just did all that. Like, what are you, 50 years old? Yeah. There's a lot of
She
snow.
started telling me how she walked to school all of a sudden. I was like, wow, what decade? Yeah, so it's not, if you live in Minnesota or Iowa, it's not a blizzard. But for us, it's pretty serious.
I cannot. Katie's dear friend was visiting us, who is from Georgia.
She's from almost Florida.
Very rarely snow.
Yeah.
And this and other of Katie's friends from that region, if they come here while it snows, it's what you just described times 10. They're like, so you have to like shovel the driveway? They ask these questions. You're like, yeah, it just snowed.
We don't know
you can't
these
even.
things.
I mean, would you go to like a place that
I was going to say, I leave hurricane people alone. I don't bother them with hurricane questions. I don't need to know about it.
The eye, do you try to like buy a house where the eye usually is? Or
Does the eye look at you and you look at it back, or
right?
How?
And it's just like it's one eye, like a cyclops. That's the level of questions I get about the snow in the Kansas City from her southern friends. I'm like, just think a little bit about it.
Where, I mean, U.S. There's Atlanta, like cannot. It's shut down as a city. It cannot function.
I get that. I get it. But I can like if I go to a tropical island and there's a tsunami threat and I go, so
how wet will we get?
Well, is this a dumb question? Do the surfers still go out there? Or that's what no.
Okay, Loki, a tsunami is like one of my like weirdest like big
tsunami.
fears.
So if a big tsunami comes, like, have you ever woken up and there's like a great white shark in your bed?
I built a sandcastle yesterday. Do you think it'll still be there tomorrow?
That is so extra.
Do the crabs? They start running Do they always run sideways? Or if there's a tsunami, will they go forward?
Do they have that instinct?
Yeah. This is the level of questions I get.
That is not true.
Yeah. So the snow, will it?
I know it's
one of your friends
cold.
asked me this one time. They go, "Does the snow, like, when does it? Is it? How long is it there? Is it there the?" I was like, "Well, just kind of when it gets above
melts,
32,
which is 32 Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit."
Boil.
We had this planned for a long time. Where this is when we're going to record, and no one even texted about snow, whatever. And for whatever reason, even though I know where Derek lives, because it's so far away, I think like, man, who knows if Derek's gonna be able to make it. And then I looked at his Instagram story today.
Yep.
Have you guys seen
He had
this?
a
Yeah.
correct opinion. He was.
I couldn't not make it today. If something would have happened, that would have been my legacy.
Yeah.
Derek's Instagram story was like, new law: no businesses or schools should be shut down if there's no ice unless it's 6 inches of snow. And I was like, oh, I guess Derek's gonna make it today.
Derek's a good Facebook follow. He gets it going in the local HOAs and stuff. Like, why are we shutting down?
I was white knuckling it here because I knew if I crashed, this would make
To be honest, did you get on the road and you're kind of like, this is a little worse than I thought?
100%. Yeah.
The roads are bad.
Yeah, the roads are
I
actually
drove
bad.
to the airport and it was a little dicey. Yeah. I got in between two semis for a second and I was starting to sweat.
The semis need to chill a little bit.
Because I'm like, if they slip, I'm done. Like they're taking me out.
They slip.
They
Whoops.
slip. Yep.
Got to go under them.
Watch out for bananas. Yeah, I know though. That it is. They're confident out there.
It's very scary.
That was my favorite take on Derek's Facebook since the pit bull breakdown. Did that go viral at all? Did you get some pit bull?
Yeah, so I had a hot take about, if you have kids, you probably shouldn't have a pit bull. And that got shared in a pro pit bull Facebook page.
Why do people want pit bulls so bad? Pit bull?
A ball pit is what it's called. McDonald's has them.
Why do people? Yeah. What were you saying?
I had thousands of comments from. What's funny is it went both sides of the political spectrum. The extreme right was pro pit bull, and the very far left was pro pit bull. So it kind of united them against me.
Beautiful.
Wow. So that is the America's like uniting factor is pit bulls.
Yeah, the middle 80%, I guess they all agree on certain things.
Like, hey, I don't want to live close to an aggressive dog, but then
I tell you what,
aggressive breed.
we were when we were at the beach, a dog ran up to Thomas, very nice and friendly, but it does. He was on a leash. It does spook you a little bit. You're kind of looking around like, where's this dog?
A pit bull.
And it's
right?
one of those cocky owners. Okay, I get dogs. Great, love them. Have them at the park, the beach, whatever. On a leash. These cocky people, they're on a walk. No, whose dog is this? Oh, that's mine. He stays within a 50-foot radius. He's fine. Stay closer.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It makes me nervous as a driver when a dog is walking off their leash, like near the road.
I hit one once as kind of a lesson,
No, you didn't. Right.
but
You
it was
didn't kill it.
It was a pit bull that ran up to
Thomas.
Thomas was like, I don't know, he's like within 50 feet of me. I'm joking. I was near enough, but dog kind of out of nowhere. I was like, okay, nice, harmless dog, but it's a pit bull, and you're just like, I don't. No. And it had some vest on that was like service dog.
Oh, yeah, maybe the military.
Yeah.
Got it. He's a Navy SEAL.
One loud noise, that dog he's back in who knows where.
Yeah. Fallujah.
Take down him. And some elderly woman walked by. She kind of witnessed me kind of be like, okay, well, and she was like, I would not like that. She was full bar. I wouldn't like that dog running up to my baby.
And
like,
now you're not
thank
blowing
you,
a
ma'am.
gasket.
And then I was a little concerned. I was like, if I'm like in a public setting, like in solidarity with this woman, maybe I need to look at myself in the mirror a little bit. She was kind of full Karen, like, I wouldn't like that at all, pal. I wouldn't.
I mean, I fully support her, so turning into it.
Katie Karen.
Karen. Good to be back in the studio. Had a great weekend in Louisville. Thanks for a sold out weekend, and it's good to be back.
Sold out weekend. How many shows?
5. Yeah,
2-2-1. 2-2-1 zone.
One Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday.
Thursday. 1-2-2.
Had a nice time. Good shows. Nothing much of note. We could dive more on the Patreon with some of the dirty deets, but I'm trying to think of any crazy. One, it's Louisville, right? Bourbon City or whatever. So the late shows could get a little. Both late shows we had. So I got thrown Valentine's night like flowers at me.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't tell me this.
That's wholesome.
Well, they threw him at Lucas, the opener, and then I guess he was kind of like, made a joke and gave him back. So then she threw him in the and she's like, the first guy didn't want him. And I was like, where'd you get it? It said on it like something about like Happy Valentine's Day from Maker's Mark. I was like, do you work for Maker's Mark? And no, it's just they were like at Maker's Mark.
And
had it.
when they came.
And they kept
Are you sponsored by Maker's Mark? Do we all each have one?
No, I just think
Makers.
it's unbelievably smooth whiskey at an affordable price. And then the last show, I was singing some of my new songs, and I was just like, I'm going to sing now. And then some 65-year-old woman, a few rows back, just goes, I like to sing.
What?
It's one of those weird audience members, so I'm kind of roasting her, like, okay.
Okay. It sounds
Thanks
like
for sharing.
you prefer a
Would
podcast.
you like to sing? She's like, no, you go first. I'm like, okay, I guess she's up next. I don't know what's happening. And then I was kind of joking. I could tell the daughter was with her, kind of go, Mom. Like, oh, she's telling her to stop. And then Mom's like, she's telling me to shut the F up.
Oh my god.
And the whole room, it's funny when you're like a clean comedian and
Yeah,
some of the
right.
audience yells something crazy. You could tell somebody people like, oh, there's not supposed to be bad words in here.
This is kind of awkward.
Like, it's fine. And then some dude in the back goes, sing. I was like, oh my, it was like,
you?
yeah, I was like aggressive. So I kind of joked around and I keep joking. He's like, seriously, sing. And so I'm kind of joking off and playing it off. But
And then you're like,
after I was like, dude, was he? And the club was great. They were on it. The security was like, we're so sorry. We were on that. Like, and Lucas was like, were you? That was weird. He was like angrily.
Sing.
heckling you, but like
Encouraging
wanting you to do your craft.
I don't know if I was like, was he being kind of funny or was he just like, let's wrap it up? And then I sang my songs beautifully. And then after the song, kind of to that woman, was like, let's try to follow that. And it was one of those where she wasn't laughing. You could tell she was like,
I could.
she was like, I hate this guy now. I was like, oh, all right. Well,
Jeez.
I have to admit, I think only the super recties know about the total breakdown of I did sing the fart song.
What?
And I knew you'd understand.
What am I understanding?
I just
Did you tell me this on the podcast so you couldn't get my full wrath? Like at the
yes,
moment.
smart. I have witnesses. It's the first weekend fresh off a special. My special is on Hulu. Well, hate saying that. And any comedian knows you're right off the special. I gotta bring a whole fresh hour.
Bring it.
I needed content.
Had to fill it up.
And the women are dying at it. They're like, me too. And I think it could be a beautiful movement. Like a bunch of women like
Me Too movement.
Finally. Has that ever happened before? They're women just like, you know what? Enough is enough. Farting's not just for guys. It's not.
We're taking it over.
But like I don't want that. That's the thing.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
I don't like farting.
I'm listening. I'm
I don't
here to
like
listen.
when-
I'm here to learn. Less talking, more listening.
I don't like when anyone farts. I'm not like a pro like let's everyone fart movement.
Oh, when Eva farts, you laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a baby.
You just said I don't like when anyone farts. And again, I'm listening, I'm learning, but I just want to be clear.
We'll have to discuss further later.
If you walk the walk, if next time our sweet little baby girl goes, you go, ew, oh my gosh, you
Well,
hussy.
she can't control. First of all, I would never use that word. Are you
Okay.
85? Secondly,
Well, I don't like to insult my daughter.
secondly, anyone who can control it, which is all adults unless you have a medical problem.
Control it like I'd like to hear it in a certain pitch, a certain key. Yeah.
That's
Like
true.
like a yes or no,
I
like
like to
on-off
lay.
switch,
I like
I'm
to lay
talking.
flat and really pinch, so
I'm
it's a
saying on,
greater
off.
effect.
Yeah, it's
Did
like a
you
trumpet.
know this?
You should not say that.
I didn't know this till I was deep in my 20s. But the actual noise of the toot isn't just air leaving the body. It's how it ripples off your booty cheeks.
Someone told me this recently, and I'd like to
I feel
look more
like
into this.
you said this recently on
Yep,
the
and
podcast.
Oh,
I
maybe
just wanna-
that's why I
maybe that's
learned
why.
it.
I want to say it once a
And
year at least.
We
Because
should
it's,
move on from the topic.
Well, it's just for anyone out there. If it needs to be quiet, just do like a squat or something.
Open
whatever,
it up.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And if you
we're
want to be
done.
comedic, like
What
plank.
happened to my "That's Enough" button? Where is that? I don't know. It's lost.
Going off of
It
you
smelled because you sat on it. Fart head.
singing, I got on Facebook this week, and it was like 5 years ago today, and it was you and I made a video together. It was that friend who always sings. And it was like at the top of my Facebook. And I watched the whole thing. I don't know when the last time I just like sat down and watched one of our old videos.
old days.
Yeah. And I was like, that one was pretty good. I see why it did well. Yeah. It was a good time.
I gotta be honest, I did it the other day. I do this maybe once a quarter when I'm scrolling back through my content, kind of just, I'm writing and stuff. Like what's worked? What has it? And you watch one, you're like, that's a good video.
It wasn't bad.
And then I kind of watched some of my best hits and I was like, this is nice. 2 years ago, I made a video. Even some of the, a lot of ones we made, I was like, yeah, I watched the proposal video recently.
Yeah.
I was just going through looking for ideas. I was like, I don't even remember what this was. I was like, this was great.
Remember how hot that day was?
Oh, that would deserve more. It got good views, but we were hoping for more.
Yeah, I brought in extras, brought in actors.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter's been home, so we were watching some old videos on my private Vimeo account, and one of them was your guys' wedding video. She loves it. She wants to watch that one over and over.
Thank you.
Oh, y'all's like actual wedding
the
video.
real wedding video.
Actual wedding
The real one.
I mean, it is an amazing video. Thomas watches it very frequently as well.
Wow, it's a hit among children.
It is. Yeah.
Wow.
That's how you need to brand yourself, Derek.
Could be the next Coco Melon producer. Or something. Yeah, it's a good feeling when you look back, and it's still test of time. Speaking of what kids enjoy, I'm on the road, and Katie, we have a messed up light above his changing table that's flickering.
Okay.
Flashing, he says flashing. And then Katie recalled one of my songs I made in 2017 is called Flashing Lights. 2015.
Wow.
And so she was playing.
Kanye cover?
No.
Flash.
Just a me and Alan original.
Okay.
And so she's been playing that. Thomas is like, wants to hear it a lot. And I'm like,
I mean,
wow.
Well, it was really cute. So I pulled up Spotify and I played that one.
And you tell him right away, like, we're going to listen to Dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he hears him saying flashing lights. And he's just kind of like, and then he proceeded to sit on my phone and click on every song. And every time Trey would sing, he'd be like, Daddy, sing. It was really cute.
Wow.
That is cute. That is cute.
And gets the Spotify numbers.
He was, yeah. I was like, just,
yeah, sure.
I don't just play your songs over and over to help your numbers.
Thank you.
But it was really cute. And then he requested it several
Wow.
times
That's
since.
adorable, huh?
He
So
really
anyway-
likes the White People Wedding song. He goes,
yeah, he was even kind of singing it.
White
White
People
people
Wedding. It's pretty cute.
I follow you on Spotify, and so occasionally I'll click on Release Radar. That's a fun Spotify curated playlist that I enjoy. It's like the new music that's come out that you listen to, and so it just hit me straight from this Forrest Frank song, this song, I'm having a good vibe. Then all of a sudden it's just like one of your stand-up bits. It's like in there, and it's like it's really jarring. You're like, whoa, how'd that get in there?
Yeah, I don't. I didn't even really know that was happening. I guess whatever setup I had, I don't even know how they did that because can you just go upload anything to anyone else's artist page? I never gave him a login. I mean, if I had it my way, I'd been like, let's do a fresh page for the comedy because you're jamming to my music.
Let's do like a separate. Yeah,
I need
I
to
don't
correct that. So
Maybe
I'm sorry to all of the people that are streaming my old music, and they're like, stand up. Like, gosh, in between great songs, I have to die laughing.
Yeah,
That's annoying.
it's too bad. Hilarious. Available now on Hulu.
Hulu.
Put on a Carhartt while you watch it.
Yeah. We've got.
Definitely wear Bombas.
I was going to go through.
I just realized the hoodie underneath is also Carhartt.
Yeah,
This is
I saw that.
ridiculous.
I was kind of
Is
like,
your
I guess
hat
Yeah, is your hat?
Carhartt?
What's your hat?
My hat is not, or else that'd be a problem.
I would be like, you have a new identity, Jake.
you wear that on your.
I've changed.
You had a show. Do you wear that? Do you wear Carhartt?
I did. I did not. I dressed nice. I wore jeans.
How'd it go?
It went well. Thanks for the shout out on your story. That was nice of you.
Did it work at all? No
I
way
don't
to
know.
know.
I tried to. So I was the one like greeting people. Like I would check them in. I'd give them their wristband. And it was kind of fun. So I'd asked every single person, like, where'd you come in from? Like, how'd you find out about it? It was kind of fun. So it was like 12 different ways of how people found out about it. I didn't hear Trey Kennedy's Instagram story, but that could have been, they saw it there and then later they forgot why they booked tickets.
But did you get a decent showing?
We had 60 people, which is way better than
nice.
12
That's all you
Yeah,
2
need.
weeks
that's
ago.
pretty good.
It really was great. For a comedy show on the roof of a pickleball facility, went about as good as it could have.
30 minutes.
30 minutes,
Did
no
your
problem.
30-minute set from the last tour?
Basically, threw in a couple new stuff, Valentine's Day stuff, yada, yada. But, for the most part, it's like I'm just in a restaurant. So there's no stage.
Yeah.
We're just level. Thankfully, right before I started to perform, I was like, oh, we should turn the lights off. I think that helped big time. And yeah, it went great. I have that picky eater bit, and that's always pretty fun because you find like the pickiest eater in the audience and you ask them what they've eaten recently. We got a new answer I've never heard before. She said, I was like, what'd you have for lunch? And she was like, I had a grilled cheese and applesauce. I was like, okay, that's like a very like picky thing. And she said, yeah, I can't have them apart. Like they have to be together. So I think it's some sort of childhood trauma where she can't have applesauce and she can't have grilled cheese. They have to be apart and they have to be dipped in it. Like it's all one meal.
Ew, she dips it in?
And so I was joking with her. I was like, you ever just drizzle it on there like a Pop-Tart? She's like, yeah, like the squeezable apple juice or applesauce. Yeah. I was like, oh, that was meant to be a joke.
She I've never heard of applesauce as a condiment.
Yeah, it was like ranch dressing to her.
You ever had apple on your apple and cheese together? It's great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in. Not.
Yeah, it's really a charcuterie board, just redone.
Yeah, okay,
bread,
okay.
cheese, apple.
Okay.
Wow, she's onto something.
It went great. It was solid.
Right. I was going through some YouTube comments. It's always fun. Go follow, hit us up on our YouTube channel. The top comment was Maddie saying, I regret sending my video in.
That was Horse Girl.
You missed that.
The new Horse Girl.
She sent in, oh, this would be nice to hear your thoughts. Maddie sent in just saying, we had the breakdown of like bathing suits. I know that girls love their bathing suit. She was like, maybe some, but I'm a girl who's really, really hates being in a bathing suit because I don't like my body. So I only have 2 bathing suits. And she was walking as she said it, and it sounded like she had hooves.
She was trotting, I would say.
Yeah.
Because it looked like she was on like a road.
I think a gallop is what?
Yeah.
A trot, yeah.
She had a good gait.
So then we joked that she was a centaur. And her, yeah, no kidding, it's tough to wear bathing suits. You have 4 legs.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you even have 2.
Thoughts on that?
I'm sure she does regret sending that in.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah,
I had
so
a good time with that.
Maddie, send in another one if you want.
McKinsey says, Jake, are you eating factor meals? You said green beans, and they're like 99% green beans.
Yeah, she nailed
Dude,
it.
they are.
Yeah.
They
I tore
are.
down on the GBs.
Why do they? It's not sponsored. We're doing so many free sponsors. But it's one of those pre-made meals, and I get trying to be a healthy boy, but not that healthy. Get a new vegetable. I guess they just travel well or something. Why are we over relying on the green beans so much?
Yeah, a lot of green beans. Today was cauliflower rice, so that was different.
You know, when we were talking about it, they said, or you were saying that there wasn't that many salmon options. I feel like there's so many salmon options.
They have a new menu every week, but since I've joined, it's like pick of the litter what I want for chicken, but then there's like one salmon option. So it's like this week we have 1 pesto salmon. Next week we have 1 blackened salmon. So that's it. These days.
You're on a different website.
I was going to say, because
I got salmon galore.
Yeah.
So here's one issue. So I tried to I like canceled Factor because I was like, all right, I did it for 2 weeks. I can't stop farting. Let's try something new here. And so then I got on some other meal plan. Well, turns out I didn't cancel it. I only paused it. So yesterday I had 21 meals show up at my door.
you were on a...
So I had Factor and another company both send me their meals. So.
Can you even eat those fast enough before
Oh
they
my God.
expire?
No, because they expire in a week and it says freezing not recommended.
Yeah.
Something will
They went
happen.
out for Valentine's, and he just brings it out of her purse. Like, you order what you want, Rachel, but I got to get these knocked out.
Excuse me, waiter. Where's your closest microwave?
Yeah, please.
Mind if I stink it up? So yeah, I have plenty of options for the next week. A lot of
Good for you.
options.
Okay, we got some emails. Again, hit us up at our website. That's a great way to hit us up. TreyKinney.com/correct opinions. Macy writes in. She goes, hi. My husband and I found out we were pregnant with our 3rd child. We have 2 girls. This next one's a boy. Yay. Time out really quick. I was trying to write. Were you exhausted after your one-night event?
It was a long day. It was Valentine's Day and we played pickleball afterwards.
Because do you feel... Because I'm sure you had to refresh, really prep your material.
I did. I hadn't performed in like 5 months.
I'm learning this. It really knocks me out because I also fresh off of I'm writing. I'm in such writing mode. So I
The
spent all
memorization
day.
is exhausting.
I spent all day Thursday, Friday, Saturday writing, tweaking, memorizing.
Yeah.
I just like do you ever if you're ever obsessed with something, like I remember I played backyard baseball, like backyard sports on my laptop as a kid.
Yep. I know where you're going.
all day long. And you lay down in bed. You're just like,
Yep.
pop out to second. Yeah.
Call of Duty Zombies.
Just do the corkscrew, home run. And you're just like, stop thinking about it.
Yep.
I had my first time, and then it's only about dumb things, right? I've done it with Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah,
I did it
fall
with
asleep and you see the fiery zombies.
I did it with blackjack when we played like 8 hours a day, and you're just laying there
Can't
like,
stop.
oh, hi. You did like 16 showing a 6. What you just And for the first time ever, I did it over like my job where I was laying in bed, just like, this joke goes there, that bit, move that word. What about adding this tag to this joke?
Yeah.
I was like, stop. I slept terrible. It was awful. All that to say, one of the jokes I was kind of writing and never tried, and I don't think it's necessarily anything, was some of the relatable thing of the genders. People say, I'm very grateful to have a boy and a girl. I think a vast majority of people would be like, I'd love to experience both genders.
Yeah.
So that's one, maybe making fun of the people that you ever getting the guy who's like, he has a daughter, and like, so what you guys figuring out what's next? He's like, I just like a girl, man. I'd like to have all girls. And you're like, all right, Kobe Bryant. Like, that's annoying. Oh, yeah, you want to be a girl dad. Shut up, dude. You want a son. Or vice versa. The guy that's like, I knew of a guy who had a boy, they did a little gender reveal, and he was like publicly just like, I don't know what I'm going to do if it's a girl. And you're like, don't just keep that inside, right?
Yeah, that's not
They
a good
reveal
line.
Blue, and he's like, oh, thank God.
Whoa.
You're like,
That was
what?
close.
And it's like, why would you not want to experience a girl, dude? That's weird.
Yeah. Who are those people? What's
And the
wrong with
people
them?
that wait, and they're like, we're going to wait to find out the gender until it's born. I don't know if I was going to get a lot of people on my side in a stand-up phase, but that pisses me off.
Well,
You
I'm
don't like
probably
that?
going to
I
do
don't
that
like
for
that.
our next child.
I don't like that. I won't do it. It's like,
we
what-
waited, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you showing off? Just, you got the technology.
Doesn't it make the moment of them being born just like crazier though?
I guess, but
Is it what you wanted, and then now you're like, you didn't really care that you did it, or is what your wife
well,
wanted?
I said this before, but the first baby, I didn't know things were swollen down there.
Right,
And so I
right.
thought it was maybe the opposite. It took me a second.
Sure.
So me not knowing kind of ruined that moment by me stuttering. So
Girl, boy, it's a boy.
It's something.
Oh yeah, no, babe, the doctor's saying it's a girl, but it's all messed up down there. Oh, sorry, Eva. Sorry, she's a feminist.
I like that.
Okay, I'll continue. We have 2 girls, the next one's a boy. We are trying to agree on a name, and I thought I'd ask your opinion. Since you guys are the baby name experts, we've agreed on the name, but can't agree on the spelling. This should be good.
Oh, great.
Let me know if I'm really just overthinking this, or if it's just weird. But we love the name Lincoln. Pretty traditional, not made up. Everyone loves it. Derek, look up Lincoln. So this is. Do you know any kids named Lincoln? I do. I think this could secretly be inching into top 50, top 40 territory.
Okay.
I do.
My
but-
guess is it's 30. I bet on the list it's 35.
Okay, so for like top boy 2025 baby names, you think it's like really
24.
popular?
you want the number?
Yeah.
65.
Okay.
Oh, so she's in
I
the
know
sweet spot
2.
actually. That's got to be climbing.
Yeah.
You know 2?
Yeah, I have a nephew and someone in my
For
daughter's
what
class.
it's worth, Macy, no one's popular. It's climbing.
I'm curious
What's the
what
second
the
latest?
second spelling
Yeah.
is.
Okay. I love the traditional spelling, but my husband thinks it's dumb. I love that does he really say that, or she kind of just throw him under the bus?
Yeah, she's paraphrasing
But
weird.
he thinks it's stupid. And he
That's
says
our
we
$5
should
bill you're
spell
talking about.
Lincoln like Lincoln Park did.
I don't think you spell it that way.
Wait, how do they spell it? Linkin?
Linkin. Oh, we got a Lincoln Park fan.
Yeah, I got link head over there. That's what they're
We got a
called.
link head.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
No.
And after Linkin Park, actually, a band he listens to, I really just can't get on board with it spelled that way, even though all my husband's family and now our doctor are fans of it. The doctor's a link head.
Doctor's getting in on it.
I will always be the one spelling it out on forms or everything, and it was just going
She
to
will
bother
always
me
be?
forever.
Dang, take some responsibility, husband. Never gonna spell out it.
I love the idea of it's like, all right, so let's spell it this way. It's this same amount of letters. They're just like a couple are different. She's like, I'm gonna have to write that down. Those letters are different. I don't like them. What's your vote? Or should we? I think we should come up with maybe another option.
So I
gotta
didn't
get
look
a
this
Y
up
in
because I'm
there.
like, how are the other ways to spell Lincoln? And
Well,
there's
what if you
not.
do-
Oh,
what
I'll
if
give you
do-
one. I'll give you one.
Lean, lean, K-I-N.
Oh,
Lean.
like a lean-to.
A-N.
Lean.
Lean.
Like L-I-E-N.
Oh, yeah, like a bank lean.
Yeah, we
yeah,
do
no, that's
that.
fine.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
That was rude. That was sexist. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know that. Are you following? Are you pretty girl? That's kind of what I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was not good.
Wait, what would the second half of your lean can be spelled like?
Just a K-I-N at the end. Leankin.
L.
Leankin.
Lean-
L-I-E-N.
It's a really southern-
C-O-L-N.
It's a real southern way to do it.
Lincoln.
Leankin. Lincoln.
Oh, and it's kind of annoying when people go Lauren. It's like it's Lauren.
Oh,
No,
that's
it's
tough.
Lincoln.
It's Lincoln. Lincoln. No, it's Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Done. Deal. Love it.
I think we have a mutual friend, Oklahoma State guy named Link, and I'm pretty sure Link he spells it with a K. How is his full name spelled?
It must be
Do you think you go Lincoln with a C full name, but it's like,
Like Zelda?
but did you throw a
L-I-N.
K in there? That's kind of what I do. I substitute a C for a K. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Whoa.
So I guess that's fair
Some
game.
people do that. I don't get these rules. Oh, Williams
Bill?
Bob. Williams Bill now.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
James is.
How do you do?
Jim.
Riddle me that.
Richard.
I guess they're just swapping a letter too, though.
Yeah, you do whatever you want. It's your nickname.
Thomas is Trey.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, Thomas. If we do the one letter word, what should I roll? If I'm following that rule, what would Thomas be for me? Tapas?
Tapas, yeah.
Chamas?
Topaz,
Chamas?
Chamas, yeah.
I like that.
Bombas, because it kind of reminds me of the socks.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Bye, Bombas.
Ryan writes in, "Hey Trey and crew, question for the group. I'm a big golfer, however, I'm also married. I don't want to be that husband.
However,
So I try to
bad
keep
news.
I try to keep my golfing Saturdays to a couple times a month, give or take.
Okay.
With a weeknight 9 holes sprinkled in here or there during the summer months. As any good husband and wife would do, we're on the same page here. My wife recently went on a girls' trip over the weekend. Can I get a hallelujah? He says. And I golfed Saturday. She was away. Am I safe to assume that round doesn't count towards my 2 Saturdays per month? Looking for confirmation. See, this is a real guy's guy here.
Yeah, I love this.
And that absolutely doesn't count.
I don't think it does.
And what's pissing me off already, Ryan? I know she's trying to count it. You're gonna go like, "Hey, I'm heading out." She's like, "You already golfed this month." Like, how do you know? I shouldn't have even told you, but it does. Katie, does that count?
You know, there does need more context, honestly. Like, was he supposed to do something while she was gone and he just didn't do it because he was golfing?
Okay,
You
now
already
now
assumed
Now
he-
you're being sexist.
That's probably what happened.
I bet he didn't take the trash out, did he, girl?
He was probably supposed to do
Playing
some
that golf.
project that he said he was going to do, and then he golfed, and she was like, "Well, now that was your time. Now you have to do your project on the day."
In
you were
that
gonna
exact scenario, yes, he should have done that. But I think as a man, if he's having to worry about bank liens, car liens, guy stuff,
Guy stuff.
then he should also get to golf, which is guy stuff.
do it. Otherwise, I mean, I guess she
She
disagrees.
objects.
Yeah,
She
she objects. I mean, otherwise, I mean, if she was on a girls' weekend, I guess it doesn't matter. But just if need more context here.
So Katie, like I said, Katie's good friend was here. She just left. I was, oh, gross.
You good?
I stayed at home while y'all went to dinner last night. I stayed at home while you took her to the airport today. Like how much did I would love to have this conversation in real time. Let me just break it all down. So she arrived a couple of days ago. You went to get her from the airport. I watched both kids while you did that. You took her back to the airport. I watched the kids while she did that.
Keep
So
track
we're
of the
on
deposits.
3 hours of care, and then
Not 3 hours.
It's not.
It is.
And then them and two went to dinner. I said, "Go treat. Oh, go." And so it was a whole evening. Well, it was post bedtime,
It was post bedtime.
but I was like, I
It's a
watched
different
I was
currency
like,
then.
y'all get ready. I watched 3 kids,
Okay.
for 15 minutes.
25, and then add a kid, so it's 45. So we're at 3 hours and 45 minutes and a whole night. Now you tell me, how much did that earn me in terms of of a guy's nights.
Yeah, like how much did you deposit? How much are you now able to withdraw?
Right.
You like have guys' nights.
No, just answer the question. I feel like you weren't gonna answer the question. You were gonna get attack. How? That's all I need to know.
Because what you did wasn't like attacking.
How much did I earn?
It didn't feel.
How much did I earn?
I would like to know a couple different examples of like, all right, you've earned an hour of video games, which is the equivalent of, like give us a few examples of like what he's earned.
Right. Give me a breakdown
Via this airport.
What do you think
daycare.
I've earned after what I broke down that I did? What have I earned?
I don't. You were with your kids. I don't.
Okay, this wasn't really the format I was thinking the answer would.
I feel
be
like it was nothing really. Yeah.
What about can I get a donut?
Yeah. I mean, you can go hang out with your friends. You can't not hang out with your friends.
Okay.
But what did I earn?
Hang out with your friends and a donut.
You can
So, give it answer.
after bedtime. You can go hang out with your friends one night.
For how long?
That's up to you.
Long as
But-
till
wow.
the sun's up.
Unlimited.
Sure, as long as it doesn't affect like our next day. Sure.
Can't affect the next day.
Can affect the next.
Okay, so you can't
So
do any.
based all that I've done, I get one night with my buddies
After bedtime.
after bedtime, and that's it. There's not even a little left over. Like maybe, like you said, maybe an hour of video games, maybe a.
You're kind of missing the point too, where like I was at home with kids by myself for 3 days before that.
Yeah, when does this start? Does it start pre-Louisville? 'Cause you might be in the hole.
So yeah,
I don't know. Why did I think she'd bring that up?
yeah.
I was talking about how tired I was. Remember?
That was.
I was like thinking. I was just, how to be funny? It's exhausting.
I mean, I'm not saying you didn't work hard, and not saying you didn't sleep good. Those are all things, but I also did. So.
God, these kids, man.
Makes
I'm
it
gonna go
tough.
see Aziz this weekend.
Oh.
He's
Remember
here?
him? Yeah, you should go.
I'm in Phoenix.
Oh, that's too bad.
Pickleball.
I'm very interested. Yeah, I don't know. He's been off the grid, so
And
Aziz
both of our
Ansari.
fathers are going.
yeah, bring in the. Shout out to Katie. She's
They're
over
all
this. It's
coming
our
to town?
son's second-year-old birthday weekend.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, again, smart. I'm playing guys' night 6-8 weeks in advance. Katie, with comedian's coming to town. We want to see him. Just can I go it? Can I do it? She's like, no, it's Thomas's weekend. No, family would be here. I was like, what if I take them?
Yeah.
And she was just like, okay.
Boys' night with Aziz
Cool.
Ansari.
Very interested to see what the boomers think.
Yeah, I've
But I have
watched
no
a lot
clue
of
who
Parks
he
and
is.
Rec recently. It'd be fun to see
great.
him.
Dude, when Aziz was hopping, like I watched part of a special last night, 2013. His real famous special, some of those bits. He was 30.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, I guess because I was watching it when I was like 20, so he seems old. Oh,
Yeah.
that's sad. But he does. He even looks older. But yeah, he's crushing it.
Good for him. I bought Daniel Tosh tickets. I don't think he comes to like April or so, but I'm excited
he
to see
at?
him. Somewhere here in town. Some performing
What?
arts center. Yeah, you should go. Because he really hasn't toured in a while. I think he's just been cashing like a Las Vegas residency check
yeah,
for
right
10
there.
years and Tosh.0 checks. So
Aziz is not going to sell out Midland. I was shocked.
no way.
Yeah, Tosh is sold out. You got tickets.
Yep.
Dadgummit. How?
I bought
you
two.
follow him or
and I
something?
will say, I don't think
in
Rachel's
June.
like dying to see Daniel Tosh. So, keep me posted.
Okay.
Looks like you
Be
got
fun.
your one night out.
Oh, there it is.
He's like, I hope it's a late show. Hope it's after bedtime. I'd like to
Wow,
redeem this
thanks,
in
babe.
April. Looks like you found it. That's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, we got more tour days. So Orlando coming at you, DC, where else? Spokane and Huntsville, Alabama rescheduled. So TreyHill.com/tour for tickets. We've sold out all the weekends we played, so don't sleep.
That's great. The clubs
amazing.
are fun. You're
It's
selling them
so
out,
fun.
and you're testing stuff out.
We had a
It's
great
intimate.
weekend. My bartender's name was Katie.
Did you feel like
My server, and I felt a little bit of home with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was blonde, nice girl.
You know what a lean was?
Yeah, we talked finances like you and I do.
That's
And
good.
my security guard's name was Mowgli.
Mowgli?
Mowgli.
like
Like the Jungle Book.
Like the Jungle Book?
That's literally what he said. Mowgli, like the Jungle Book.
Wow.
These are
I've
great.
never met a Mowgli. That'd be a good dog's name. No offense to
What
that
was
guy.
his
But
ethnicity?
That's not appropriate.
what color crayon would he be?
He was
I'm just curious what that like.
he was part animal like Maddie.
He was feral. Yeah.
What
He was raised by
what animal was
bear.
Mowgli in the book?
He was the human
was
who
the
hung out
human.
with the animals.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he was. He was I believe he was a black man.
Could you text him?
Yeah, you black.
All the way?
Real quick, I was just catching up with my white wife back at home. You black.
Okay.
It was a great time. Alan wasn't there.
Oh,
on the
no.
Keys, so
What happened?
my boy Lucas cued the iPad. For me. It worked.
Cued the iPad.
Enough.
That's fun.
Yup. Are you wearing all my clothes now that I'm realizing?
No. What?
How are the fish today? They biting?
This is your beanie. So
How long has this been?
40.
Some that you could do for me, Trey, is I think I'm going to need you to start getting into pickleball because what's been happening for a while is people love, dude, you look familiar. I think I've seen your pickleball. Oh, you make, you do stuff with that other guy. What's his name? Oh, yeah, Trey. Oh, yeah. Dude, does he play pickleball? I got to let him down every time. No,
Oh, he sucks.
he doesn't like it at all, really.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, see
Yeah,
ya.
he once said if anyone who plays is a total loser, you just start making them hate me. Yeah. That's what he said.
I don't know.
I
His
don't know.
words, not mine. I can get him on the phone for you if you want. They're like, no, thanks. So just do me a favor. I feel like they walk away sad.
Yeah.
So I'm either going to need to start lying to them or
It's like
I need something new to tell them.
It's like just a step under when you like, oh, we noticed Trey, he seems like a good guy. Is he a Christian? You're like, no, he's not.
He pretends.
He pretends, and they're like, oh no. It's like some people are that important to pickleball. He plays, right? He plays, right?
No,
he
he-
doesn't just look it.
you
No,
should
he
just
doesn't
say
really
he's like
play.
injured.
Oh.
Like I don't know. He like his wrist is hurt.
He's got a bad wrist.
There's no like
from
yes
all
or
the
no.
he's constantly wiping
His kids.
babies' butts because he's such a present father, and his
I feel like they try to give you the benefit of that because they're like, does he play? And I'm like, no, we have our golf thing. We podcast. No, he doesn't play pickleball.
You're Jay Triplet. You make videos. What's that other guy? The guy. He's
Probably thinking of Trey,
He's
the guy
the
with the
guy-
beard.
yeah,
Trey's his name?
His name's
Yeah. With like podcasts like the Red Walls or maybe you've seen the golf stuff.
the reaction channel.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So it's our podcast, but yes, yeah. Sounds like you've seen the clips. Yes, his name is Trey.
Yeah,
And
okay.
we do a bunch of stuff together. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Where is he?
So he lives in town. We're both local here, but no, he's doing his own thing. He's got a couple of
What's he
kids.
do?
So
Oh my god. Oh, he's at the courts down south. Tonight?
no, I don't think he's playing tonight. He
Oh
could
my
be
god. Did he get a
here.
car crash?
No, he didn't get in the
Why
car
is it-
crash.
Why isn't he playing pickleball? Right? I'm sorry. You can agree, right? I'm a total picklehead.
Yeah, I don't know. He just doesn't play much. I don't know. Yeah, he's just not that into it. And the thing is, he's actually
you just say to me?
he's played before. Like so, he's given it a try and knows he doesn't like it.
Wait. No. Hey, wait, oh. It must have been some other. Was it platform tennis? It was one of those other weird paddle games. He's obviously hasn't played pickle because if he'd played, why hasn't he played pickleball?
No, I've
before?
been there with him. We've played at like Meadowbrook Park. Like we've played pickleball, and I think afterwards he said something to the extent of you would have to be some type of fairy to enjoy that. Something like that.
Did he really?
Yeah, that was years ago.
The guy who skips around the internet.
In women's clothing, yes, same guy.
Okay.
Same guy said that.
You tell him that's fairly happy to drop him off in hell. You tell him that. Like,
They get so upset.
Yeah, so upset.
They get so upset. Really? Because they really do it. They try to give a bit of the doubt. Like, oh, he's just never played before. No, he's played. He's played.
That is such a funny thing. When you're really into something, it's kind of how I feel when you get with a certain group and like, hey, we're going to go back. I think we're going to do a game night. And I'm like, I'd rather play pickleball, and you have to be like, I don't think I'm just not. Yeah, we're gonna play like, you ever, what's like a popular game? Mahjong, fishbowl, or something. I was like,
Yeah.
I just don't really want to. And like,
Have you played Mahjong?
what do you mean?
again, Jake?
It's so fun. Like it's like the charades, and you're like,
Like you don't do that. What? So you
And then
you
you
not
do
brush
the-
your teeth, or like what else are you not
and
doing?
there's the round where you only get one word, and someone always says, and then you go, that's a word, that's a word. And it's so fun. You don't want to, like, not really.
You wanna do that?
Could we just have a conversation? And they're like,
Yeah, what if we just hung out in like a quiet-ish environment? No, I don't know. We didn't tell you. We do a 4th round where it's charades, but it's under a blanket. It's hilarious.
do you ever go geocaching?
Once in college.
You ever been?
Yeah.
She finds real treasures out at sea.
Yeah.
She's got crabs to catch in a big net.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of this?
Yes, I have.
Geocaching?
Yes.
Did you ever do it?
No.
Have you, Derek?
No, never.
She was a
Man.
model at a large school. She didn't go geocaching.
Yeah, that's a good point. She had other offers on a Friday night. I had to go to the youth group kids looking up little buried treasures. Yeah. Like, oh, we found it. What's in there? Pack of gum.
Yeah.
All right.
It's empty though.
On to the next one.
I didn't go geocaching or snipe hunting ever.
Snipe hunting.
Did you ever go, what's the dumb thing where you look at the star tripping? You ever get invited to do that?
No, you told you. I didn't know what that was until you told me what that was.
Yeah, I mean, it always, forever sounded like the dumbest thing in the world to me. Yeah. We don't need to rehash it.
You ever vandalize people's property?
I did in high school TP and one time fork a yard, which is actually really nice. It was like free aeration of their yard.
Yeah,
That's a
kind
good
of.
point,
You do it the right
actually.
time of year.
Is TPing, everything these days, no one's allowed to have fun anymore. Is TPing like illegal? I feel like that's a thing.
I mean, it's
Or
been
is that
all
still
over our
running rampant?
neighborhood at the beginning of school.
You can still do that?
People did it.
TPing's brutal, man.
You know, that new trend, I'm sure you guys have them playing in your neighborhood, is like the big signs in the yard.
Yeah.
Graduation or happy birthday. Like, I think it's like a thing. Overnight, they come up with these big, colorful signs. I'd love to turn the table on and just, press charges. Trespassing,
Great.
destruction
That's
of property.
cute and all. When did you have permission to be on my property? Yeah. That's new sod. Yeah, chalking. We would chalk. That was cute.
What is that? You go rock climbing?
No, you just write a bunch of like stuff on their driveway and chalk. Ooh, gotcha.
We never chalked.
Yeah. You TP'd? I TP'd
TP'd
once. It
once.
was the first time I ever felt alive.
It is so nerve wracking. Hurry.
And
Don't-
then there's,
don't- let me
always,
throw it,
one,
let me
there's
throw it.
always one guy who just buries it back in a bush or like buries it back in the branches. Like, yeah, that's terrible form.
Crap, dude. Just leave it. Leave
Leave it.
I'll shake the branch. It'll come down. Not worth it. It's too loud.
I think the first time we went, we brought like 4 rolls. Like, so stupid. You're like, oh man. Well, 2 of them we missed, and then that
stuck.
was kind of a lame attempt here.
Yeah, TP
you ever go
Page's
pool
house.
hopping?
We would talk a big game about it, but it's not practical. And not enough pools where I live. You have
That's
to
fair.
get
You have
back
to
in your
get
car and drive to the next one.
Fancy neighborhood and just boom.
Yeah,
just
no,
line
we didn't
them
have
up.
them in Stratford.
Not it's like 5 out of 10 fun.
Yeah, I forked once, TP'd once. You ever egg a house?
I egged.
Did
I egged
you?
once. Yeah, got
See-
in big trouble.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you see that happen in like movies, and now as an adult, you're like, that's actually that sucks.
Well, I was totally naive. I had no clue it like damaged
Yeah,
properties. I mean, we caused. I mean, I would dare to say upwards of $50,000. I mean, just car after car after car.
yeah, we like to freeze them beforehand, try to bust out a window.
And I remember truly being, in my head, I was just, it was like chalk on a driveway. Like, oh, yeah, funny, right?
Which is
Just rinse that off.
harmless fun.
They're like, no, that ruins paint.
Yeah.
I was like, oh boy. And I was in trouble, but I think my father was kind of, he's honest mistake.
He's not
a young
drinking.
kid.
Yeah.
He's in trouble. My mother, you would have thought she found like bodies in the basement. She was like, oh, my son is a criminal. Ah! And we like people we knew from church. They're out there in the middle of the night scrubbing egg off their garage door. She's like, how will I even look at them someday? She was so dramatic. I egged her car. Yeah,
You ever Post-it note someone's car?
I didn't do that. I've heard of
I
that.
didn't care for that one.
Yeah, it's like
A lot of work.
No, we saran wrapped a couple cars. That's a silly one.
Heard of that? I got my car like window painted, where they just like painted it all so I couldn't see out of it.
How do you get it off? Was it? Like,
I think I had to like go inside, get some wet paper towels, and like scrub it. You know,
That's funny.
that's funny.
Someone run my car. Well, I think I did this to someone. I also got it done to me. Just you go out to your car and like that paint. Window paint prom or winter formal?
Yeah.
How'd you ask someone to a prom winter formal? Did you ever do a cheesy thing?
We've talked about this before because you went with. We talked about it whenever you read some Facebook post of a girl that you did go to prom with.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you got most of it. Yeah, the only reason I'm Facebook friends with her is because I went to another school's prom. She was in our group, and now she's wrapped up in some MLM. But
Yes.
so within Stratford, it was where I grew up. No, there was not. It was not a thing to like ask in a creative way.
Yeah.
I think that's a small town thing. You don't know any better because it was like kind of pre-social media. So
Good
it's like,
for you. It was a nightmare.
well, then I started I never dated a girl from Stratford, and then you start learning these things that the Springfield kids are doing. I specifically remember Cameron Bell. She was like, "So how are you going to ask her?" I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You got to ask her to homecoming." I was playing so yeah. I was like, "Well, we're already dating, so we're going." She's like, "No, you have to ask her." And I just thought, yes,
Yeah.
I've always been logical, but still, I was like, why would I ask my girlfriend to homecoming? We're already
valid question.
going. So then I was like, I guess I gotta make a custom T-shirt.
Even in a college, it kept going just for the little like fraternity sorority parties.
It's a date party, yeah.
And people were going out. I was like, all right, I'm proud of myself. At some point, I was like, this is ridiculous. So I just like Snapchatted a girl. Do you want to go? She was like, yeah. And everyone's like, you can't. I remember guys. I feel like guys being like, "Ugh, you can't do that.
Legally, that's not binding.
Like, yeah, did it, dude. In high school, the girl's gonna ask. I like got access into her house, and I blew up
The balloons.
a ton of balloons.
One of them,
pop them all.
Yep.
One of them's gonna say, "Find me and kill me now." Good Lord, it's so funny because at that age, you know, I'm just grateful to be doing what I'm doing because I remember at that age, I was like, I'm seriously about to make a rope out of these balloons and test out the ceiling fan. I mean, this is awful, and that's what everyone's doing. Okay, it's cute, it's fun. It's bad attitude about everything. Oh my gosh, dude, it's like I'm 16. I won't even. We're not even gonna go to the thing. We're just gonna ride on a party bus and like sit there and stare at each other. Like, those kids are doing a lot of stuff over there.
oh, what's going on?
Mom, come get me.
Why'd they bring a blanket? What's going on underneath it?
It's not cold out.
I asked a girl by giving her a white T-shirt and writing a bunch of other girls' names all over
Get it wet to find out.
Yeah, you write them all in magic marker, and then you tell her to put it in the washing machine. When she gets it out, you see that in Sharpie it says, "Never mind." This was not worth it.
Not worth it. Yeah, here's a wet T-shirt. Put it on and get it soaking wet. All right.
Put it on. Send me a picture. Then I'll tell you if I want to go with you.
You're like, Jake, I think you read this wrong. With
the wet T-shirt way of asking. I got it.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever do anything super lovey-dovey that you're embarrassed about to this day?
Sounds like you did. Tell us.
I had a long distance relationship, and one time I was like, "Hey, let's go look at the moon together." So we were both like,
It's a full moon, babe. Step outside. Did you say stuff like,
Man, if I was...
I could feel your energy in that moon tonight, or
it's probably something like that.
Oh boy, I did the
That's so good, dude.
burning CDs.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever burn the CDs? Dude,
Do that with
go
my
out and
bros.
look at the moon with me is pretty good. That's pretty good. We did the burn in the CD.
Have you seen that new TikTok trend that's like, this is me when this was my favorite song? Have you seen this? So it's like a girl with like braids in and a striped shirt and just like looking as innocent as ever. And then the song is like, "Hey, little mama."
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's the greatest
So
trend.
funny.
Oh, it's so good.
I wanna lick you from your. Yeah, you're like 11 years old on the bus. Like I was 11, just yelling this on the school bus. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, oh, this is a great. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, what else did we do back then?
I actually worked on a bit on stage that people were like, I was joking about. This happened. Our first, Katie's and my. We'll talk about it on the Patreon. Katie will come back from. Our first Christmas, we we're boyfriend and girlfriend, and I was I'm so in love, and so I was like, I got on like Shutterfly, and uploaded photos, custom. And like it was like a book. It was like our story, and it was like horrible stuff. We don't have to like review it on the Patreon. it'd be like us at a wedding. It was like our first wedding together.
Our first time that we saw love.
Stuff like that, dude. I'm not gonna be like we danced the night away or something. And she brought it out and was just like making fun of me to my face. And I was like, wait, okay. I was like, even then, was it a marriage? She was like, I do remember thinking like,
wow, that's too bad.
It's kind of like, wow, this is out of nowhere. Yeah.
Oh, you tried though. I think that's what girls like to see though. They like to see that you tried.
I was working on a bit of like your gifts evolve into now I get gifts from her or the women in my family, the stuff they've just deemed me that I need. Yeah. Like I got a bathing suit. They're like,
yeah, you've been wearing these shorts. Yeah.
And I came home from Valentine's Day. She's like, have a Valentine's. They just gave me like a little chocolate, and then it was a bag of new underwear.
It's like floss.
It's like, there it is.
Yeah. Can we get back to the burned CDs? Can you remember, like, did you have a song if it was like, this is the one, if I really like her, or if I really want her to like me, I'm going to throw this one in there?
I don't remember. Man, what I do to look that up? I remember the one I had, She Made Me.
Okay.
There's just some, I don't remember. If they come, it was like that brand of songs in that era. I remember the Free Fallin', John Mayer was popping then.
Some like
free falling.
Maybe some other.
There's probably some the Fray on there.
Waiting on the World to Change.
Ah, come on.
Just like those type songs. Not like radio hits necessarily, but like we all knew them.
Your Body's a Wonderland, but the Christian version.
They changed. The chorus stays the same, but the verse, is more Christian. About purity.
Your Bible is a wonderland. How long is this?
We're right at an hour.
Let's do.
Can I give you a cliffhanger?
Let's give the people a cliffhanger, and then we're gonna show. See if we can find. We're gonna talk a lot more about that book. We have to show the Christmas book I made, but Patreon.com/Trey Kennedy. We're getting closer. Ozempic. Jake tries Ozempic if we get to 700.
All right, here's what I want to talk about on Patreon. Okay. So here now, look at me straight on. Is my Adam's apple not centered?
Oh my gosh.
So
who discovered this?
I did in the mirror about 2 hours ago.
Can you get away from the microphone?
2 hours ago. Yeah, give us a swallow.
Oh.
Derek.
I mean, it's not even a little bit.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it on our Patreon.
Patreon.com/Trey Kennedy. Thanks again for all the love. Louisville, go to my site, TreyKennedy.com/tour for tickets. And we'll continue chatting on Patreon like we do every week. Thanks for the love. Talk to you next week. Peace. Correct opinion.